Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this is the very first episode of this 10 episode series on conscious leadership. Now, in the previous episode, remember that we talked a little bit about either being above the waterline or below the waterline. Do you operate above the waterline, in which sense you show a lot of curiosity, you're very open, you're committed to learning, or do you operate below the waterline and you're more closed, you're more defensive, and you're committed to being right? And we saw also that there are two ways to lead. Either what I call the to me, which is a bit of a victim approach to leading. You think that circumstances happen to you and you place blame on others or on situations. That's very much a to me approach. And let's face it, most of us have done that or are doing this constantly. The other way of leading is the by me, which is the opposite. Here you are the creator of your life. You don't put blame anymore. You create, you learn, you understand that you have a role in creating the environment. So this whole program is to help you go from the to me way of leading to the by me way of leading. And we'll have 10 series. Today is the very first one, and today is about taking full responsibility. Now, you have again two situations. Either you're above the waterline, and in which sense taking responsibility means I take responsibility for the events of my life, but also take responsibility for my physical, mental, psychological well-being. And I also take responsibility for others taking responsibilities in their lives. If you're below the waterline, it's quite the opposite. You're placing blame. You're blaming circumstances, you're blaming people, you're blaming events for what is happening to you. And you're playing very much what we call the victim, villain, hero game. We'll see that in a second. Now, how does that work? Well, when things don't happen the way you want in your life, let's say you spill coffee on your white trouser, or you break a glass, or you miss an important assignment. Well, the first reaction that you have is you have fear, you have anxiety, what I call toxic fear. Now, the good news is this is all about the functioning of your primary brain again, your limbic brain, and this can be reprogrammed easily. This is what we'll try to do together throughout this series. Now, when we have this toxic fear, this anxiety, the first reaction of your limbic brain is to place blame, to find someone who's at fault. And that is a way to secure, to protect yourself. So it's a normal, natural reaction of your primary brain. So there are 3 steps. Something doesn't happen the way you want. You experience anxiety and fear, and you place blame. Now there are 3 ways you can place blame. The first way is to be a victim. We all know those people, right? The victim will sort of say, well, this isn't fair. This is happening to me. Why me? The victim thinks that circumstances push onto him or her. Now, the second way to place blame is the villain. We all know those as well, right? In your private or your professional life. Now, the villain will first and foremost try to place blame on either others or on circumstances. So reaching out to find out who's at fault here, who messed up, who did it to me, that's very much the villain. The third way to place blame, and it's a little bit counterintuitive, is to be the hero. Now the hero will, in a sense, place blame on himself or herself. It's because of me. I messed up. But by doing so, you don't address the core of the issue. You're just, again, putting blame, except that this time you're doing it on yourself. You may appear as a hero because it's good to place blame on ourselves. You don't upset others. And you try to show that you're willing to accept responsibility and move on. Yet, that is not truly the case. Again, being a hero is not accepting responsibility. It's just putting blame, but on a different person, on yourself. Now, toxic fear will be the fuel of this equation: the hero, the villain, and the victim. So toxic fear will entertain this triangle of blame, shame, and guilt. So it's important to cut that fuel, in a sense. Now let me backtrack a little bit. There are 3 ways leaders can engage or motivate their teams. The first way is, well, by toxic fear. So by creating fear, putting blame, creating anxiety. That's probably the worst way to inspire, right? But it works. Many people actually do that, sometimes without even knowing it. So the first way is really to inspire toxic fear, to install toxic fear. The second way to inspire is really by extrinsic solutions. So here we're trying to offer benefits, better salaries, a corner office, a business card, or a beautiful car to travel, or even first class travel when you fly by plane. These are all extrinsic opportunities to motivate. They do work, but again, they are very limited. The third way to motivate is intrinsic qualities. Here you're more calling on to, well, my willingness to learn, my willingness to develop, my willingness to feel at ease, to feel in compliance with the company or the group I'm working with. The fourth step, the fourth way of motivating is really, and that is probably one of the most powerful, to make sure that your team members individually use their talents. You focus on talents, you focus on the person, you focus on the own value of each and every one of your team members. And again, it can differ greatly from team member to team member, so it's more difficult, right? You have to understand each one of your team members very thoroughly. But again, it's to focus on talent. The fifth way, and probably the most powerful yet difficult way to motivate and inspire people, is through love, through demonstrating a level of love, but not love as we understand it, love someone else and so on, but love that is very deep. We'll see that in a future video together. Now, there is a way people react to the world, or to motivation, or to inspiration. We usually think that there's a way the world should be, right? We think that, well, I'd like the world to be this way, and either it is this way, in which case you are happy, or it is not this way, in which case again you create anxiety, fear, and you go back into that circle, that triangle, right? And that is at the core of the problem of not taking responsibility. Today I'd like to do a little thought experiment with you, so bear with me and do it. What if we don't consider that there's a way the world should be, or a way the world shouldn't be, but we just acknowledge the fact that, well, the world happens the way it does. And our responsibility is not to change the world, it's not to affect the outcome, it's not to avoid something that you don't want. Our responsibility, our goal, is to learn from what is happening. You see the difference? It will make sure that here you don't go into either blaming or defensive or any of those triangle fear concept, but you go into a mode where you will have questions such as, I wonder what I can learn, or I wonder how I can take full responsibility for what happened and grow as a better person, learn something new, and move on. So really the key of taking responsibility is to understand that the world is not about black or white. It shouldn't be a certain way or not a certain way. The world just happens, and your responsibility is to learn, is to be curious, is to be open, is to operate above the waterline. So this is about taking full responsibility. I hope you enjoyed this brief session. All my sessions will be rather brief like this, but addressing a very important topic in order to build a strong conscious leadership. If you like this video, click the like button. subscribe to the channel. And again, your story starts here.